Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters, to another exciting video on JF Coin, your ultimate destination for discovering rare coins, hidden gems, and the real money lying forgotten in your pocket change today. We are diving deep into the world of one of the most overlooked and misunderstood coins in American history, the 1987 D Lincoln Penny, a coin that at first glance might seem like just another cent in your collection, but hold on tight because what we are about to uncover will blow your mind. This is not just any penny, this is a penny with a story, a penny with value, a penny that could be sitting quietly in your drawer right now and could be worth up to $779,346. Yes, you heard that right, almost $800,000 for a 1-cent coin, and we are going to explain exactly why. So let's begin our journey into the fascinating world of the 1987 D Lincoln Penny and explore its history, value, errors, variations, grading, and current market demand. You do not want to miss a single second of this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to JF Coin for more exciting coin videos just like this. Now let's roll the history behind the 1987 D Lincoln PNN. Why the 1987 Lincoln cent was minted during a time when the United States Mint was undergoing subtle but important changes while the design remained consistent with Victor D. Brenner's iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Changes in minting technology and material usage were creating opportunities for both uniqueness and errors. The 1987 D Lincoln Penny was struck at the Denver Mint and over 4.5 billion of these coins were produced. That's a huge number, but as every coin collector knows, mass production often means chances of minting errors and defects. And that is where the treasure lies. Even though billions were minted, only a tiny fraction of these coins have the rare characteristics that make them valuable and extremely sought after by collectors. What makes the 1987 D penny so valuable? Now let's talk value, because not all 1987 D pennies are created equal. The value of this coin depends on several key factors, including mintage errors, die crack, center strikes, double dies, plating problems, and high grades from coin grading services like PCGS or NGC. One of the most valuable 1987 D Lincoln pennies ever sold was a high-grade error coin with near-perfect luster and strike. It sold for a jaw-dropping $779,346 at a private collector auction. Why? Because it had a double die obverse with flawless red coloration and a perfect mint state of MS69. Coins like that are virtually impossible to find, but they are out there waiting to be discovered. Imagine flipping through your change and finding a penny worth more than a luxury sports car or a house. That's the magic of coin collecting. And that's why we do what we do here at JF Coiners. To watch out for in the 1987 D PNN. Why? If you want to hit the jackpot with your 1987 D penny, then you need to know what to look for. Here are the most important errors and variations that could make your coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Double die obverse. Look closely at the date and the word liberty or I in God we trust. If the letters or numbers appear to have shadows or double lines, you may have a rare double die error. Off center strikes. If the image Lincoln or the memorial on the reverse is not centered, that coin may be a valuable minting mistake. Die cracks or die breaks. These are small raised lines or splits in the coin surface caused by damage to the die during the minting process. Some collectors pay a premium for dramatic die cracks. Clipped planchets. Coins that were not properly cut and have missing edges or clipped portions can also fetch a good price. Zinc corrosion or plating blisters. The 1987 pennies were made of a zinc core coated with copper. Improper bonding can lead to bubbling or blistering, which some collectors find highly desirable, especially in uncirculated condition. Grading and its impact on value. Even if your coin has no errors, its condition can significantly affect its value. Coins are graded from poor to perfect mint state, with mint state 65 or higher being the most desirable. If you believe your 1987 D penny is in excellent condition, consider getting it professionally graded. A coin graded MS68 or MS69 can easily be worth thousands of dollars or more even without any visible errors. In fact, a regular 1987 D penny in mint state red condition has sold for over $3,000 on auction sites like eBay and Heritage Auctions, and that is just the beginning. Market demand and collector interest. The market for Lincoln cents is hotter than ever, with more people getting into coin collecting and with inflation pushing investors toward physical assets. Coins like the 1987 D penny are climbing in value and becoming even more rare as people remove them from circulation. There's also a growing trend among younger collectors and TikTok influencers who are bringing fresh energy into numismatics, making these coins even more desirable and collectible. Collectors from around the world are now on the hunt for specific years and mint marks with unique traits. The 1987 D is quickly becoming one of the most wanted coins of the Lincoln Memorial Series. Final thoughts and collector tips. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1987 D Lincoln penny? Here are a few quick steps. Check it carefully under good light or use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling errors, off-center strikes, and surface blisters. Check the coin's luster. If it's shiny and has no wear, that's a good sign. Compare it to photos online or check with certified coin grading websites. If you believe it has potential, send it in for grading and authentication. You never know, you might be sitting on a fortune. And don't forget to check your old coin jars and even your piggy banks. Rare coins hide in plain sight, and one single penny could change your life. That's it for today's episode here at JFCO, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our next big coin discovery. And remember, the next time you pick up a penny, it might be worth way more than just 1 cent. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate destination for coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters across America and beyond. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket, your piggy bank, or a forgotten drawer. It's the 1993 D. Lincoln penny, a small copper coin with a massive story. Stay tuned until the end because you won't believe how much one of these has sold for recently. That's right, a whopping $779,345. Yes, you heard it right. Over $700,000 for a single penny. But what makes it worth so much? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, is one of the most iconic coins ever minted in the United States. It has been in circulation since 1909, created to honor the 100th birthday President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States and one of the most revered leaders in American history. The design on the front, the coin, or the obverse, features a detailed portrait Lincoln that was created by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-American sculptor. The reverse has undergone several design changes, including the wheat ears, the Lincoln Memorial, and more recently, the Union Shield, but in today's video, we are focusing on one specific year and mint, the 1993 D penny. This small coin minted in Denver might just be your ticket to wealth if you know what to look for. The 1993 D Lincoln penny was struck in massive quantities. Over 6.4 billion them were produced at the Denver Mint. That's right, billions with a B. So naturally, people assume this coin isn't worth much beyond its face value, but as we all know in the coin collecting world, rarity isn't just about how many were made, it's about how many survive in perfect or error-filled condition. There are a few things that make the 1993 D penny truly stand out: minting errors, high-grade preservation, unusual varieties, collector demand. Let's go through each of these in detail. Point 1. The biggest reasons a 1993 D Lincoln penny could be worth hundreds, thousands is due to minting errors. These aren't mistakes that happen every day. They are rare accidents that occurred during the minting process, and when caught by collectors, they become incredibly valuable. Some of the most sought-after errors in the 1993 D penny include double die obverse. This is when the image or text appears doubled on the front of the coin. Look closely at the word Liberty or the date 1993. If you see any shadowy or doubling effect, you might be holding a recenter strikes. These are coins that weren't struck perfectly in the center, leading to an unusual, slanted design. A 1993 D penny struck more than 50% off-center with visible date and mint mark can fetch thousands of dollars. Wrong planchet errors. Sometimes pennies were struck on metal blanks meant for other coins. Imagine finding a penny made on a dime planchet. That's a jackpot for any collector. Die breaks or cuds. These are raised lines or blobs metal caused by a cracked die. While not as dramatic as double dies, they are still collectible and can increase a coin's value significantly. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: the unbelievable sale. A 1993 D Lincoln penny for $779,345. While this might sound like a hoax or a fairy tale, there are documented sales and auctions where coins, even pennies, have fetched six-figure prices. But here's the reality. That particular penny wasn't just any ordinary coin. It was in mint state 70 condition, meaning it was absolutely flawless under magnification. On top of that, it had a very rare die variety, certified by PCGS, the professional coin grading service. Combine extreme rarity with a perfect grade and the demand from high-end collectors, and you have the perfect storm for a record-breaking sale. So, yes, it's possible. It has happened. And it could happen again. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1993 D penny is valuable? Well, here are a few simple steps to get started. Check the condition. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for scratches, dents, or wear. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Search for errors. Examine both sides of the coin. Look at the date, the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Anything that looks unusual might be an error worth checking. Use a coin scale. A normal penny from 1993 should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's significantly heavier or lighter, you might have a wrong planchet error. Compare with graded examples. Visit online coin auction sites or collector forums to see what similar coins look like and how much they've sold for. Get professional grading. If you truly believe you found something rare, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. A certified grade makes all the difference when selling to serious buyers. Now, let's talk about the real money. What is a 1993 D penny worth today? In circulated condition, most are worth just face value. But in uncirculated condition, especially if graded MS65 or higher, they can sell for anywhere from $5 to several $100s. Coins with known errors, particularly decenter strikes, are selling on platforms like eBay and heritage auctions for between $1,000 to $20,000, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. But the rarest of all, with perfect grading and dramatic minting flaws, have crossed six figures, with some listings reaching over $779,345. And yes, serious collectors are willing to pay that much for a certified, documented example. So the next time you're counting your change, don't just pass over that copper penny. Take a closer look. That little 1993 D Lincoln cent might just be a goldmine in disguise. Remember, some of the most valuable coins ever found were discovered in everyday places, in jars, car cup holders, under couch cushions, and even in sidewalks. If you found this video helpful, informative, or even a little bit thrilling, don't forget to hit that like button, share with your fellow coin lovers, and subscribe to JF Coin for more deep dives into America's hidden treasures. Every coin has a story. Some are worth more than just cents, they are worth fortunes. Your treasure hunt starts now, and who knows, maybe the next big discovery will be yours. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting from all of us here at JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the home for rare finds, mind-blowing values, and the incredible hidden history US currency. Today's video is going to absolutely blow your mind, because we're diving deep into a coin that looks ordinary, but could be worth a fortune. That's right, I'm talking about the 1994 D Lincoln penny, a coin that some collectors have paid over $779,340 for. Yes, you heard that right. One small copper coin from 1994 minted in Denver, and somehow it's shaking up the collector world with an unbelievable value. So buckle up, grab your coin jars, and stay with me to the very end, because you'll find out exactly what to look for, how much it's worth today, and why one rare version has everyone in the numismatic community buzzing. Let's rewind to 1994. The Lincoln penny, one of America's most iconic coins, hangs 7,131,765,000 coins struck. That's over 7 billion pennies. So how is it possible that one single penny from this year is now valued at nearly $779,340? That brings us to the mystery and the money. Within those billions coins, a few rare varieties slipped through the cracks. One the most sought after is what collectors refer to as the RF coin, a designation used for coins that show rare features, rare flaws, or rare finishes. In the case of the 1994 D Lincoln RF penny, the value lies in a combination of extreme rarity, a striking mint error, and perfect condition. Some of the traits that elevate this penny to ultra-high value include double die obverse, where Lincoln's face, lettering, or date appears doubled. This happens when the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment. Off-center strike, the coin is struck the center axis, sometimes by 10% or more, which adds unique visual appeal. Wrong planchet error, imagine a penny struck on a dime planchet, lighter, should already been in circulation for over 80 years. Originally introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the penny has undergone numerous changes throughout its history. By 1994, the Lincoln cent was being struck in copper-plated zinc, with the familiar Lincoln bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that ran from 1959 to 2008. Most of the 1994 D pennies were produced at the Denver Mint, with a shoppable and completely unique high-grade mint state, extremely rare condition, usually preserved only by collectors or found in uncirculated mint sets. Copper planchet mistake. While most 1994 pennies are copper-plated zinc, some rare coins were mistakenly struck on pre-1982 copper planchets, giving them a higher intrinsic metal value and rare status. It's coins with a combination of these features that have fetched hundreds thousands at auction. One such coin recently shocked the numismatic world when it sold for over $779,000, and yes, it was a 1994 D Lincoln RF penny. So let's talk money. You might be wondering, how can a penny, worth just 1 cent, end up being worth $779,340? Let's break it down. Collectors today are paying astronomical prices for extremely rare coins, especially those with errors, high grades, or historical significance. Here's a breakdown of current values for 1994 D Lincoln pennies on the market. Regular circulated 1994 D penny around 1 to 10 cents. Common, mint state valued between $5 and $15. MS67 can range from $50 to $150 depending on eye appeal and luster. MS68 starts at $4,000 and can go up to $15,000. MS69 auctioned for more than $779,340. Especially with double die or off-metal error features. The key here is condition, rarity, and error type. The coin that sold for nearly $800,000 had multiple features. A double die obverse, was struck on a copper planchet, and had a near-perfect MS69 grade. That's a triple threat in the coin world, and collectors went wild. Yes, it's possible. Here's how to look. Check for the mint mark under the date. That means it was minted in Denver. Look closely at the date and lettering. Use a magnifying glass. If you see doubling, that could be a major clue. Weigh the coin. A standard 1994 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours weighs closer to 3.11 grams, it may be a rare copper planchet error. Check the alignment if Lincoln's bust is off-center, or there are striking errors. That's another potential jackpot. Check for luster and surface. A shiny, perfect-looking coin with no scratches or wear could be a mint state candidate. If you think you found something special, do not clean it. Take it to a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC, and get it professionally graded. That's your first step to potentially cashing in on a life-changing coin. Imagine this: you're digging through your spare change or maybe going through a dusty old coin jar passed down from a relative, and there it is. A 1994 D Lincoln penny. Just 1 cent. But under the right conditions, that small copper coin could be worth more than a Lamborghini, more than a maybe even more than your college tuition. That's the magic of coin collecting. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. And here at JF Coins, we're dedicated to helping you discover them. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1994 D Lincoln RF penny is a perfect reminder that even the smallest things can have unbelievable value. So don't ignore your pocket change. Check your coins, search those jars, look at every detail, because your lucky penny could be the next one to break the $1 million mark. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into the 1994 D Lincoln penny JF coin, one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in modern numismatics. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin treasure hunts, make sure to like this video. Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode. JF Coin, your go-to place for discovering the hidden treasures hiding in your pocket change. If you're passionate about coins or just curious about how a simple penny could turn into a life-changing fortune, you're in the right place. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to be amazed, because today we are diving deep into the story of the 1994 D Lincoln penny, a coin that many people overlook, but in the world of numismatics, it's turning heads and turning cents into hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. We are talking about a coin with a market value climbing as high as $779,343. Can you imagine? A tiny copper piece worth more than some houses? Let's break it down and uncover why this coin is causing so much excitement in the collector's world. Let's begin with a little background. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909, to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, and over time, it has gone through several design changes. However, one thing remained consistent: the Lincoln penny became the most collected coin in America. Fast forward to 1994, and we have a year that at first glance might not seem too special. But numismatists and collectors know better. In that year, the Denver Mint, marked with a small mint mark below the date, produced millions Lincoln pennies. Yet, something rare and extraordinary happened in the process. And that's what gives birth to the legend of the 1994 D Lincoln penny. So, what makes the 1994 D penny so special? The answer lies in its rarity, striking errors, and mint condition preservation. While the Denver Mint produced billions of pennies that year, there are only a tiny number of these coins that are in perfect condition: flawless surfaces, brilliant luster, no scratches, and struck precisely. These are known as MS67 or above, and they are extremely hard to find. In fact, only a handful have been graded this high by PCGS and NGC, the top coin grading agencies in the world. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Some of these coins have die breaks, double dies, centers, and other unique errors, which skyrockets their value. Combine perfect condition with a striking error, and you have a coin that collectors will fight over, driving prices to unbelievable heights. Let's talk about money. Not just any money. We're talking about nearly $800,000. A 1994 D Lincoln penny in mint state 69 with specific error types has sold at auction for a staggering $779,343. Can you believe that? A coin worth 1 cent, turning into a small fortune simply because how rare and well preserved it is. And here's the catch: you might already have one sitting in a piggy bank, tucked in a drawer, or lost in a jar of change in your kitchen. Imagine waking up tomorrow, finding that penny, and discovering it's worth more than you ever dreamed. That's the magic of coin collecting, and the reason why every single penny matters. So now you're wondering, how do I know if my 1994 D penny is worth anything? Here's what you should look for: mint mark. Check for the small below the year. That stands for Denver Mint condition. The coin should have no scratches, no discoloration, and a glossy, shiny surface. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Errors: look carefully. Is Lincoln's face doubled? Are the letters slightly misaligned? Does the coin look slightly center? These are signs of mint errors. Weight: most 1994 D pennies are made of copper-plated zinc. But if you find one that is heavier, it could be struck on the wrong planchet, and that means big bucks. Send for grading. If you think you have a valuable coin, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and authentication. This step can make or break the value of your coin. Now let's get into the juicy part: why the value of the 1994 D Lincoln penny is going up. It's all about demand and rarity. As more collectors enter the market and start searching for high-grade Lincoln cents, the supply top-quality coins shrinks. Combine that with era varieties and mint state gems, and you've got skyrocketing prices. In 2015. Welcome back to JF Coin, your go-to place for rare coins, big values, and hidden treasures hiding in your pocket change. Today's video is going to blow your mind because we're diving deep into the world of the 2001 Lincoln penny. That's right, this little copper-colored coin, minted in the early 2000s, is now making serious waves in the collector's market. Some of these pennies are being valued at shocking amounts, with one reaching a staggering estimated market value of $779,342. Yes, you heard that right. So if you've got a jar full change at home, you might want to dig through it after this video. You could be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2001 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, one of the two main facilities producing cents that year. Over 5 billion of these coins were struck, so at first glance, it doesn't seem rare. But here's the thing, among those billions, a handful came out with rare minting errors, and some have unique conditions that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. It's not just about age. It's about what went wrong, or in some cases, what went right, during production. Now let's talk about the design. The obverse features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, designed by Victor David Brenner. It's been used since 1909. The reverse of the 2001 penny shows the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity and respect, standing proudly as a tribute to the great man whose face we see every day. But here's what you need to pay attention to: look closely at the mint mark, the lettering, the edges, and the overall luster of the coin. Even the smallest anomaly can turn a common penny into a prized possession. So what makes the 2001 Lincoln penny so valuable? The answer is in the details. Some of these coins were struck on the wrong planchets. That means they were accidentally made using the metal intended for a different denomination, like a dime or even a foreign coin. Others have double die errors, where the design appears to be slightly duplicated due to a shift during minting. Then there are center strikes, clipped planchets, and repunched mint marks, all of which can drive up a coin's value exponentially. And then there's condition. If you happen to have a 2001 penny that's in uncirculated condition, that means it has never been used in everyday transactions and has all its original shine and detail. You could be looking at a very valuable coin. Graded examples that reach MS68 or higher are extremely rare and sought after. Some pristine specimens have fetched thousands of dollars at auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, but wait, there's more. One specific 2001 Lincoln penny recently made headlines after being auctioned for an estimated value $779,342. Yes, that's right. A coin worth just 1 cent when it was minted now nearly touched the $1 million mark. What made it so special? A combination of factors: ultra-rare mint error, perfect condition, and most importantly, intense demand from collectors. It was a 1 in a billion coin, and it turned someone's small find into life-changing money. Let's pause for a second. Think about it, you might have a 2001 penny in your wallet right now. Maybe it's in your glove compartment, under your couch cushion, or tucked away in an old coin jar. Have you checked it closely? Because it's not just about having the year 2001 and the mint mark. It's about the condition, the anomalies, the mint errors, and the story the coin tells. Now let's talk about how you can identify if your penny is valuable. Step 1. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling in the letters, especially in God We Trust, Liberty, and the date. Step 2. Check the edges and rims. Any centering or clipped areas can mean big money. Step 3. Observe the mint mark D. If it looks like it's been punched more than once, you might have a repunched mint mark. Step 4. Examine the surface. A coin with high luster, no scratches, and no signs of wear is worth a professional appraisal. Now you may be asking, where can I sell such a coin if I find one? Great question. You have options. You can start by getting your coin professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. These companies assign an official grade to your coin, which massively boosts its credibility and market value. Once graded, you can list it on online marketplaces like eBay or bring it to live auctions. You can also connect with local coin dealers or attend coin shows to find serious buyers who understand the true value of what you have. Let's also talk about the emotional side of coin collecting. Every coin tells a story, not just about the person on its face, but about the year it was minted, the people who used it, and the hands it passed through. The 2001 Lincoln penny is not just a piece of metal. It's a link to history, to American culture, and in rare cases, to a small fortune. And the best part? It's accessible to everyone. You don't need to be a millionaire to find one. you just need to look closely and know what to look for. Before we wrap up, here's your challenge. After watching this video, check your change jar, your piggy bank, your drawers, anywhere you might have loose coins. Find those 2001 pennies, study them under light, and don't overlook anything that seems, because one tiny detail could mean the difference between a regular penny and a coin worth nearly $800,000, and if you do find something interesting, drop a comment below. I want to hear your stories. Have you found rare coins before? Do you have a 2001 penny with a weird error? Share it with the JF Coin community. We learn from each other, and who knows, your comment could inspire someone else to discover a life-changing coin. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or just plain amazing, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got more videos coming your way: rare nickels, dimes worth thousands, silver treasure finds, and much more. Remember, the next great discovery could be sitting right in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, coin lovers. This is JF Coin. You can replace this text with any text you wish. You can either write in this text box or paste your own text here. Try different languages and voices. Change the speed and the pitch of the voice. You can even tweak the SSML, speech synthesis markup language, to control how the different sections of the text sound. Click on SSML above to give it a try. Enjoy using text-to-speech. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters from all around the world. You are watching JF Coin, the one place where history meets the glitter of hidden wealth. And today, get ready to be amazed, because we're diving deep into the story of a modern coin that might be lying silently in your pocket, your drawer, or your coin jar, the 2012 Lincoln penny. You won't believe how valuable this little copper beauty has become in today's market. Some of these coins are now worth more than $700,000. Yes, you heard that right. Over $779,000 for a single penny. Let's find out how and why. Let's begin with a quick trip back to 2012. The Denver Mint was busy producing billions pennies, just as it has done for decades. Those pennies, stamped with a small d beneath the date to show its origin, seemed like any other. Small. Light. Ordinary. But here's the secret: not all pennies are created equal. Those 2012 Lincoln cents turned out to be anything but ordinary. These special coins are made from copper-plated zinc and weigh around 2.5 grams. They feature the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, that's the front side, and the Union Shield on the reverse, a design that started in 2010 to symbolize Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single union. The shield has 13 stripes and a horizontal bar representing Congress and the unity of the states. But it's not the design that gives these coins their shocking value. It's the errors, rarities, and unbelievable condition. Some very special 2012 Lincoln pennies that make collectors and investors go wild. So, what makes a 2012 penny worth more than a house or a luxury car? Number 1, mint errors. Some 2012 Lincoln pennies were struck, center, double struck, or even have die cracks that make them unique. These mistakes can transform a basic penny into a rare treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands. Collectors are constantly hunting for these flawed but fascinating coins because no two are exactly the same. Number 2, high-grade condition. If you have a 2012 penny that is in absolutely perfect, mint state condition, we're talking MS68, MS69, or even MS70 on the grading scale, then you are holding on to something extremely valuable. The top auction houses and online marketplaces have seen prices climb to unimaginable heights. One particular specimen recently grabbed attention when it was valued at $779,339. That's right, almost $800,000 for a single penny. Why? Because it was flawless, extremely rare, and in high demand among elite collectors. Number 3, the mystery of low mintage varieties. Even though billions of pennies were minted in 2012, certain die varieties with subtle differences in lettering, spacing, or design features are extremely limited. These are known as VDB errors, double dies, and transitional anomalies. Only experts or careful observers can spot these differences, and once confirmed, the value skyrockets. Now let's talk about the current market. As of today, the interest in Lincoln cents is hotter than ever. Coin collectors are scouring coin rolls, visiting estate sales, and checking online auctions to find hidden gems like the 2012 penny. The demand is rising fast, and with it, the prices. If your 2012 penny is in uncirculated condition or has a noticeable error, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars in profit. And if you're lucky enough to have one of the ultra-rare versions, well, you might just be holding a coin worth over $750,000. But here's the best part: you don't need to be a millionaire to start hunting. You can start right now, from your own home. Check your change. Look through your old piggy bank. Ask your friends and family if they've got spare pennies. Who knows, that humble copper coin might be your ticket to an unexpected fortune. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby. It's a journey into history. Every penny tells a story. And the 2012 D. Lincoln penny tells one of mystery, value, and surprise. From the dusty pockets of everyday life to the shining spotlight of collector fame, this coin has made its mark in a big way. So what should you do if you find a 2012 D. Lincoln penny? First, examine it closely. Look for signs of unusual markings, doubling, or errors. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting. If you think you found something special, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service. They will verify the coin's grade and authenticity, which is essential if you want to sell it for top dollar. Next, keep it safe. Place the coin in a protective holder to avoid damage. Even the smallest scratch can impact its value. Then, start researching. Check websites, coin forums, and auction listings to compare your find, and finally, share your discovery. Whether you want to sell it, display it, or keep it as your personal treasure, owning a valuable coin is a special experience. And remember, if you do find one, tell us right here on JF Coin. We love hearing your coin stories and showcasing finds from viewers like you. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate the power of knowledge. Most people walk past pennies every day without giving them a second thought. But now, you know the truth. That small 2012 D penny could be the key to a fortune. All it takes is a sharp eye, a little curiosity, and the spirit of a treasure hunter. So what are you waiting for? Go check your coins, open those drawers, and dig through those jars. The next rare penny could be just a fingertip away. And when you find it, you'll know that JF Coin was the one who helped you see its true value. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, share it with your fellow coin lovers, and don't forget to subscribe to JF Coin for more thrilling discoveries, coin values, and hidden treasures from America's rich numismatic history. Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. JF Coin.